zone.
Can we scan the apartment building and get into it on the left? This building here. Can we wall to that?
So this is good from Evan. As soon as he walks in, he comes in with a game plan. But you don't want to be too locked into that game plan so that when you're presented with new information that you have already committed to the other thing in your head.
Yeah, underneath.
We could, yeah, we
I think we
need.
just play bound
We
4.
didn't scan train. We need to scan both at the same time.
No one's in train.
Nobody in train, bro.
Like
I'm
30
walling. We're
seconds,
on the left side of this wall, okay?
It's like, we can mirror.
So right here, Jordan is screaming that there's people on the left that they can mirror. Mirroring is when you follow behind a team to rotate in order to pinch them between the two teams usually, or shoot them in the back without them expecting. The issue with them making this call is that it's so rushed. They have 40 seconds with 6 teams left. There's 6 teams left in the whole game. You see one of them right there. You know 2 of them are in this building. You're one of them. Which means there are 2 teams like unaccounted for. I was like, it's highly unlikely that a team is going to take this building from you. You want to use part of this 40 seconds to either confirm that your idea is the best idea or to come up with a better idea. Instead, they're making a push that puts them in a mediocre spot at best. There's a team in this building, as they saw from scan. These 2 doors here are cat queued, and at best you're getting in there with a team above you in the same building, which is never good. You never want a team in your building because it just means you 2 are probably going to get each other killed and no one's going to stay alive. So they make this push.
Let's come, let's come, let's come.
Almost rushed.
You go.
Zap takes a lot of damage, and Evan wants to climb here. This kind of seems like on the fly, like he really didn't have an idea. Like he wanted to get into this building, but he really didn't think exactly how they were going to get into this building. He just wanted to catwall across. So now they're kind of doing this on the fly. If you are trying to tell your teammates to climb, you want to tell them ahead of time so that they can kind of position for a climb. This is a climb in the open, so it's extremely dangerous to begin with. As you can see, Evan is about 125 HP here.
Second, go second.
He misses the climb on the first one, and then gets beamed on the second one. If he got hit with one more Hemlock Burst or a Sentinel shot on the way over, he would have died here, and they would have instantly lost. If this team, this is Falcons above them, but at this during this scrim, they didn't have Zero with them because of his internet. So if this team was in a position to be more aggressive, they could have easily killed TSM. They have Zap healing on low ground and reps at full HP and Evan's absolute one shot. They can't go inside because they have the doors catalyst queued off and reinforced. So they're in a really bad position here. And this team, because when you use catwall, you're announcing to the entire lobby that, hey, we're moving in this direction, which means that they can, when that catwall starts going up, they can instantly start to focus you. And since you're moving with 30, 40 seconds left on zone, no one else is going to be moving. And you're going to be the only one getting focused by the entire lobby. So honestly, that they survived right here, it's extremely lucky. This team could have already been jumping down as a 3-man with Zap on low ground and repulsed low, and they could have easily killed them. But they didn't. So I was like, even though the call worked, I wouldn't necessarily call it a good call. And then the second thing I want to take a look at is their push.
Go up the hill now. Go up the hill now. Go up the hill now.
So they had just finished fighting TSM, and Zap is still in Bloodhound ult. So they see these last 2 teams fighting, and Evan makes the right call to want to go push this team. I was like, they don't know the exact situation, but they know that 2 teams are fighting and that there could be knocks, there could be people getting hurt. They want to take advantage of the situation rather than letting them reset and taking a straight 3v3. But on the scan, you see that all 3 players are alive. Best case scenario is that they don't have any ultimates, but you don't know that for sure. But you know that you have Blood ult and you have Bang ult. At worst, it's an even fight, and you're pushing them in the open. They don't have any cover.
Kill the whole team. Just kill this.
So the comms are so rushed for no reason. The whole comm of kill this, I was like, it's one other squad. It's a 3v3. Everyone knows that you're trying to kill them. I was like, that provides no information. This bang ult coming down, it was smart of Jordan to throw a bang ult. They should have waited for this bang ult. Waiting 6 seconds and smoking off height ensures that no one's going to get pushed, and bang ult will land on this team.
Yep.
So the first mistake, obviously, not waiting for bang ult. The second mistake is this smoke. I was like, this smoke he shot was on this little rock right here, on the left. He's about to go even farther, but he's already moved past that point. It was a terrible smoke that Zap didn't even use. I was like, you're a character who's almost a god inside smoke, and you're not even getting the benefit of it. So he's taking a 1-on-2 while Evan is deciding to climb. I was like, them splitting up, like the amount of disjointedness during this fight from TSM was kind of criminal. It was like Jordan stuck between deciding who to help in this fight. Evan makes the biggest mistake by climbing here. The only way this team wins the fight is by TSM giving them an opening. The first opening that given to them is Zap pushing by himself. I was like, you want to support your Bloodhound that's an ultimate as much as possible. He's almost immortal. So if y'all just triple swing low ground together, even though you're giving up high ground, if you travel inside smokes, then I was like, you can line of sight the guy on high ground and just push his teammates and just ignore him. They're taking 2 individual fights here instead of playing as a team. Bang ult still hasn't exploded yet. This is how fast this fight ends.
On top.
And Evan, very unfortunate, but fighting for high ground is one thing, but climbing to high ground is another. When you're climbing, you obviously can't shoot back, but you're even more than that, you're an easy target for them to shoot. So he gets beamed right off the start, and he's about to get hit by a vert nade and just lose all his HP in a millisecond.
I got exploded.
So Evan did absolutely nothing in this fight because he tried to fight for high ground. If he just moved with Zap, then they could have held down here and just played together in smoke, and this guy who just killed Evan could have been completely ignored. And then Zap gets hit by the same nade.
Oh my god. Tell you, Jordan.
So very unfortunate that the vert nades were so good from the Bangalore. I think Waltzy is who they were fighting here, Moist. These vert nades should never have been an issue, and that everything leading up to this was a big mistake.
I tell you, I just got exploded.
And keep in mind, this is when Bang ult exploded. I was like, the entire fight was over by the time Bang ult exploded. So Bang ult was completely irrelevant here. Instead of waiting for it to explode and putting them in a dangerous situation, they are completely fine. They have 2 knocks, 1 person left, and they're not in a position to get pushed. So Bang ult was completely irrelevant here, and that was honestly the biggest mistake from TSM.